Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you on how to transfer data from a data entry form, such as shown on the right. This data will be transferred to these columns because sometimes it is cumbersome to type data as shown here. So for example, entering data all through. So like so. So that is a cumbersome way of entering data, especially if the columns are too many. For example, maybe more than 100 columns. So we shall use this user form, that is the form or the data entry form, to enter data in each of these. So how do we do that? So we are provided with the employee number in the first column. So we shall use the employee number to determine how the data is entered here. So the first thing we do is to create a name range. So for example here, I'm going to select all these. So maybe up to 100. And then we call it EMP, that is the employee number, and then enter. So now we have a name range. So if you press Ctrl F3, so that is the name range we are talking about, that is EMP. So then in the data entry form, so that is this one here, at this point here, we shall create a data validation. To create a data validation, you click on data, then you click on data validation here, so this one here, and then select list. Then you select the EMP or the employee number, so you press F3, then you select and click OK, then click OK again. So that data validation is created as shown with the arrow here. So it shows the numbers which are in the first column here. So let us first select any number of any employee. Then we enter the ID. So maybe this is the ID and this is the PIN. Then the name. Then date of birth. So department maybe is marketing. Postal code, so we can have number there. And then address, so you put the address there. So how shall we transfer this data along the row? So this data is supposed to go to where we have this number 9582, so it should come here. So how do we do that? So all this data to come here. So to do that, we go to the Visual Basic editor. We create a macro code which will transfer this data to this row. So we shall use a transpose function in the VBA. So how does transpose work? So for example, here I have this data. So if I want to do it in the worksheet, so I can do it using transpose. So where I copy this, that is Control C to copy. Then I place the cursor here, and then you press Control Alt V, then select transpose or press E. So it will select transpose. Then you click OK. So it transfers that data. So let me undo that. So you can also use the formula. So is equal to transpose. So you select the array, so this one, and then close bracket and enter. So it transfers that along the row. So but that can be cumbersome. So to automate that, we go to the Visual Basic Editor. So to go to the Visual Basic Editor, you press Developer tab, then Visual Basic, then click on Insert Module. In the Insert Module, so we shall create a subroutine. So you type sub, then type anything. So for example, send details. So you can type anything there, then you press enter. Automatically the end sub appears. So here, although our data is in sheet 1, we shall still declare a variable that is dim ws as worksheet. Then set ws equal to sheet 1. So again up here we declare another variable that is I as long. So for example, let me show you how we can turn this array, so that is in this column, to an array along this column, along this row. So to do that, so we say that I is equal to 5. So I is 5 because we shall start from the 5th row. So here. So then we say do while. So do while. So we shall use the do while statement. So I is less than or equal to 100. Then, since we shall be looping, so we say that I is equal to I plus 1. Then we loop. So before we start looping, so we can say that if, so for example, we want to enter data here, so where we have the first row, so we say if range, so ws dot range that is a1 is equal to that is k4. So k4 is this cell here, so where we have our employee number, so this one k4, so is equal to worksheet.range. So now we are referring to the cell K4, which is our range. So we say K4. Then, so we type then. So then, so here we need to declare another variable. So that is a small a. So we said that is a is equal to this range here. So the array here, or that is the range starting from here to here, and that should be K4 to K5 to K11. So we said ws dot range K4, not K5, I mean, to K11. So close the quotes, then close brackets. So that is, this range will now be transposed. So then here we say that ws dot range. So now the row, so starting from B to BH. So we said quotes B, so B5 to B to BH. Close quotes, then close bracket. So is equal to application. So application. So application here now is the that is the Excel. So the Excel worksheet. So you say application.worksheet function. So we use now the worksheet function, which is the transposed. So we said dot transpose. In brackets, you select A. So we now transpose A. So let us try and see. So, but here we need to select the first cell. So that is 4620. So we expect now the data to come to the first row. So let us press F8. So we need to end if condition here, so end if. So then let us press F8 again. So press F8. So that way. So now this is supposed to be A5, not A1. So stop and restart again. So press F8. So that way. So that is so this one here needs to be 5. So again we stop and we restart. So you press F8. This is worksheet range B5 to H5. So here we need to put H5. So that is starting from this cell B5 going up to H5. So let us press F8. keep on pressing. So it has selected that range. So at this point it has selected this range in the form. So now it takes it to the row. So press F8, and that is the data taken to the row, and so on. So that is the data taken here. So but we want these to vary, because now this is fixed. So that is this one here. So we want it to change. Also this one should change. That is because the number are different. So therefore we shall use this variable, that is I. So to use that variable, you type, or you concatenate this A with I. So we put an ampersand, then type I. So now it will take A5, A6, A7 up to the end. That is up to 100. So then here we also need to vary the row. So that is the range in the along the row. So therefore we shall say quotes. So B, close the quotes, ampersand I, comma. So also H will vary. So we have H. So that is, you put double quotes because it is a text. So then close the quotes, ampersand, then I. So now this will vary. Let me clear what is in the worksheet here, and then we take any number like 9582. So we want this data to come along here, because we have selected this number, which is the same as this one. So we press Alt F11 to go to the VBA. So then we press this button, that is F5, or you press this button, the green one. So if you press that one, so we expect all the data to be transferred here, so along here. So let us press this green button, and that is it. So we have all the data transferred here. So now I want a situation where when you are typing the values here, automatically they are transferred to this part of the worksheet. So let us continue coding, and also as you type, once you reach the last cell, so this data should be clear for you to enter a new data. So let us do that. So we continue coding here, and we say that so after the last loop, so here we shall say this range is equal to blank. So say is equal to VB. So you can put these quotes, or you can say VB null string. So that is, after typing, this data should clear, and it will automatically go to the worksheet. So let us select a new number here. So for example, this one, and then you enter the ID, and then the pin. So let me clear this. So this is a new data. So you enter the new pin. So the name, date of birth, so department, you can put anything there, postal code, so that is the address. So then we go to VBE. So now if we press the button, this data will clear, and the data will be sent to the worksheet. That is where we have this row, that is 7205 along here. So let us press the green button. So press here and observe what is happening in the entry form, and also what will happen here along this part of the worksheet. So we press the button. So let me minimize this so that we can see. So press the button. So you see that one clears, and we are ready to enter the new data. So I want also this employee number to clear. So to do that, we go back to VBE. So this time we start from K4. So we enter a new data. So we select a new number, maybe 6791. So that is the data should be filled here. So we enter new details. So we enter PIN. We enter the name. So date of birth. So department, so maybe it is the engineers department, then postal code, so address. So then again we go to VBE, so press F11. And then we minimize this. So you press this button, so we expect all this to clear and be transferred in the worksheet. So press the green button and then you run. So that clears for you to enter new data. So I want a situation where now as you type, when you reach the last cell, so then automatically data should come in the worksheet here. So to do that, we go to the VBE. So in the Visual Basic Editor, so we have our code here. So to automate, that is the data in the form here. So where you type your data, once you reach the last cell, automatically the data is sent to the worksheet. So here we shall click to the that is sheet 1 in the VBE, and then we select worksheet, then the change event, so this one here. So we clear this, select change. So then here we shall type so we shall say if target, so our target now is the cell K11, so this one here, so this particular cell. So we say if target dot address, so address now is the cell reference, is equal to range, so that is now K11 dot address, then and if, and here we call this module, so that is this subroutine here. So let me copy that one. So then we go to sheet 1 there, then you call, so we call that module, so Control V to paste, and that is it. So let us now go to the worksheet, we type, and then we expect now this to be automated. So we select, for example, this one here, this number 4562, so 4562, so then we type ID, so type the pin number, so type the name, so date of birth, so that is the date of birth, then the department, so the department maybe is the environment department, postal code, then address. So then after that, now if we enter, if you press enter, because we have reached in the last cell, all data should be transferred along here. So let us enter. So that way, you see that one now clears, so it is sent to the worksheet. So let us try another one. So maybe we try the next one, 70, or we try 2518. So select 2518, type the ID, type the pin, then type the name. So here maybe you can have Ali, so date of birth, so department is electrical, so you can call it ELT, put another code here, so that is postal code, so that is the address. Then at that last cell, if you enter, so the data is transferred, so that way, so and so on. So I hope this will be helpful. So thank you for watching my video. So please subscribe and see you in my next video.